Today on Shed Sessions, I'm going to show you guys how to put this 6.2 litre V8 LS engine in this Nissan Navara. Alrighty guys, so I gotta come clean. That was a flat out lie. We are not putting this V8 in the Nissan Navara, but how cool would that be? It would be an absolute animal. But today I'm gonna show you guys how to do something that is going to help with your sanity. This is extremely frustrating for MP300 owners. I know it frustrates the hell out of me. Just because I know you guys love this noise so much, I'm gonna do it again. There it is, that's the noise. That is the noise we are going to get rid of. So you can get rid of it by closing the door. It's like, oh yeah, I'm happy now, you know, not gonna beep at you. As soon as you go to get something out of the car, it's going off at you again. So today I'm gonna show you how to shut this thing up in a few simple steps. So things for STX model owners is a little bit different. So if you have an STX Navara, the trick that we're about to do in this video won't work because you don't actually have the plug in the ignition barrel, but you do have other options. So every time you open and close the door, you can press this button once and it will stop the key from beeping. Now this is just the door jam sensor. If you don't want to have to remember to press that button every time, you can take a Phillips head screwdriver to this screw here and you can just unwind that screw until the dash stops displaying the door open symbol. If you do that, it means that it won't have the key beeping and it won't register that the door's open anymore. The thing is though, you do lose features like the interior lights automatically coming on when you open the door and stuff like that. So it's a bit of a catch-22 and it depends on what you want more. So what we're gonna need today is a Phillips head screwdriver and a 10mm of some sort because we're gonna have to get two 10mm screws out. First things first guys, down the bottom here, get some more light. There we go. Now we can see what's going on. So on the bonnet lever, there's two 10mm bolts going in the bottom there. We need to remove those. That is the only thing that is holding this plastic panel in, apart from the plastic clips. Okay, now the bonnet latch will just pull out. Now we need to get the top part of this plastic side panel off. So just the top bit, don't have to take the whole panel out, just enough to get in there. And then need to take off the surround. So just like that. There is a cable that's hanging on there, but it's not a problem just to leave it sitting there like it is. Now, there is one screw up in the bottom of the steering column panel here. So just need to get your Phillips head screwdriver from there and remove the Phillips head screw. There's one there and then there's two more that we've got to remove. There's that noise again. So you will need to turn the car on to get access to these next screws. So if you turn the wheel this way, there's one screw in there. And if you turn the wheel the other way, there's the other screw there. So you need to remove those two screws and then that plastic paneling around the steering column will come off. One screw out, the other side. Okay, that's both out now. You can turn the ignition off and we'll hear the lovely remove the key beeping once again. Not for long though. Okay, so now we've just got to basically pull this shroud away from each other. Okay, so there's a couple of plugs in this area around the ignition barrel. Now there's a sensor. The sensor is the issue. That is this little bugger down here. That one there, that plug needs to come out and that will take away the sensor, and when the key's in the ignition barrel, it won't know basically and it won't trigger that alarm. It's not going to affect anything else at all. It's basically just a trigger for that alarm to remove the key if it's left in the vehicle. That is all it does guys, so it's safe to remove, so go ahead and push up on the clip tab and pull it out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get it a zip tie and zip tie it up here out of the way. I just like to keep things neat. And now, the moment of truth, put the key in. Oh my God, there's no noise. It's on, the ignition's on, let's turn it off. Oh, shut up. How's the Serenity on it? The best MP300 modification ever. I think we have time to do a couple of questions and a shout out. So let's start with some questions. So I've got a question here from Trolley Lol on the Glasshouse modified MP300 Cruise. Are all these Navaras 2.3 litre diesels, or do you guys have other engines in Australia? Look, as far as I know at the moment, it's only 2.3 litre diesels that are available in the Nissan Navara MP300 range. You can get single turbo and bi-turbo models, but the engines perform really well. So yes, they're only a 2.3 litre, but hell, they go extremely well for a 2.3 litre. Okay, so next question. Tiger Ninja Dragon. Would have been good to see this in action and a look at all its features. This was on the live track video that I did recently, the installational video. Look, I didn't go into a lot of the features. I kind of ran out of time. The video was starting to get quite long, so I didn't get to go into all the features on that one, but I am planning on doing a features and signal review when I go up to the high country later on this year. As long as all the restrictions get lifted and we can go full driving and camping again, I will be doing a review on how it does out in the bush and in remote areas where there's not good signal. So stay tuned for that one, Tiger Ninja Dragon. Okay, so another comment on the bull bar video. So this one's been quite popular, the Ironman bull bar video. There's a good reason why, because it looks freaking awesome. So this question is from Cooper Gibbons. Now Cooper has asked, do you need to have a lift to support the heavy bull bar on your MP300 so the front end doesn't sag, ... Well, Cooper, good question, man. So yes, the front end on the Navara with a factory strut assembly will sag, especially if you put a winch on and things like that. So this is my original strut assembly. As you can see on the top here, I've got a strut spacer. Now that's a road safe strut spacer on there. And the reason I put this on is because yes, it did sag the front end and I wanted to try and level things out a bit. So I used a strut spacer to do that, and it did it perfectly. It put the front almost level with the rear, even with all the accessories on. Now, there are mixed reviews on strut spacers. So there are people that say they put extra stress on the lower portion of your strut assembly here and can bend it and things like that. Look, I had this in the vehicle for about 10,000 Ks and I did on-road and off-road with it and it was perfectly fine and it went okay. It was a little rough though. So once I put the strut spacer on, it does compress the spring more at its stationary height, so just ride height. It does compress the spring more. So that means you lose some of your up and down travel and also the comfort on the road. So it was a little bit stiffer when I put the strut spacer in. So look, it was good, it served its purpose and it made me happy with how the vehicle looked. But if you can afford to do a suspension lift kit, it is recommended because the person who does the suspension for you can set everything up so that it matches the weight of the vehicle. And like I've got in there now with my comp shocks, it sits level and it's got all the weight on there that I'm going to be using on the front end. Maybe there'll be a couple of lights and things coming down the track, but they're not extremely heavy. Okay, and a shout out to Ethan B. Ethan, you've been following all my videos, mate, and I saw that you were super excited with a recent upload and you're following all of the content, mate. So big shout out to you, man. Thanks for the follow. Rightio, guys, so that's been a quick tip from Shed Sessions today on how to stop the annoying beeping noise from the MP300s. I know that that's going to save a little bit of sanity for me and it's probably going to do the same for you guys. And if there's anyone out there that says, I like to know when the keys are in the car, you're crazy. Get rid of the noise, it sucks. MP300s need to eradicate this feature from all vehicles because it is horrible. Apart from that though, they've done really well on the MP300. I freaking love my Navara. Guys, I'm going to be right back real soon with some more Shed Session content, some more installs coming your way. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button as always, guys. Thanks heaps for watching. I'll catch you real soon.